Hey folks, I was today years old when I realized something that absolutely blew my mind. From the time of Jesus' death and resurrection in AD 33 to the Great Fire in Rome in AD 64, did you know only 31 years had passed? But in that short period of time, the Christian movement exploded from the original 12 apostles and Jesus to a group that was so large in Rome that Nero, the emperor at the time, blamed them for the fire and began a widespread persecution. That's what on fire, pun intended, evangelism looks like. When people are truly convinced of their faith and take the fear of God seriously, as well as the Great Commission, great things happen. But today, what's our version of evangelism? We're clutching our pearls over things like an Olympic opening ceremony, bickering with people of different denominations over secondary issues. We'd rather argue with other Christians about which one of our dogmas is better than the other, while fearing to bring the gospel to the atheist or the agnostic, largely out of our own fear and cowardice. And I'm preaching to myself, so don't get offended if that doesn't apply to you. This brings me back to this idea of Leonardo da Vinci anyway, the Renaissance man. Has anybody really considered who he was? Maybe the Olympics were actually mocking a blasphemous image to begin with. Da Vinci wasn't exactly a church father. He was even deemed a heretic by some of his peers. Some say the version of the Last Supper has hidden messages in it. I don't know about that, but I have noticed that the Apostle John in the painting looks more like a woman than a young boy. And you'd have to ask, why did Da Vinci put a woman next to Jesus if that's what he did? He was a skilled enough painter to make a clear image of what he wanted to paint. So what's going on here? But here's the thing, that's really not important. Exodus 20 says that we shouldn't make an image of ourselves of anything from heaven above, the earth beneath, or the waters below. So maybe the key here is to keep evangelizing the good news of the gospel to the lost and not get so offended when the world acts like, a fallen world. Could you imagine what the world will look like in the next 31 years if every Christian on the planet started to evangelize like the first group of Christians in AD 33? Well, how do we evangelize? It's simple. In Galatians, it tells us about the fruits of the Spirit. We bring love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, self-control. Against things there is no law. We can truly transform the world into a better, safer, and more loving place just by exercising those fruits of the Spirit. We should do that. Till next time, let's spread love, embrace truth, walk in grace. We'll see you soon.